Island nation. Iceland, a Nordic island nation, is defined by its dramatic landscape with volcanoes, geysers, hot springs and lava fields. Massive glaciers are protected in Vatnajökull and Snæfellsjökull national parks. Most of the population lives in the capital, Reykjavik, which runs on geothermal power and is home to the National and Saga museums, tracing Iceland's Viking history. Icelandic landscapes are shaped by the forces of nature and vary from deep fjords to vast volcanic deserts, through to black sand beaches, snow-capped mountains, and staggering waterfalls. Iceland's nature remains mostly unspoiled as the island is scarcely populated. Family of 4 estimated monthly costs are $4,524, $564,044 kr without rent. A single person estimated monthly costs are $1,230, $153,296 kr without rent. Cost of living in Iceland is, on average, 37.62% higher than in United States. Rent in Iceland is, on average, 0.19% higher than in United States. Not only is it illegal to sell panties, boxers, thongs, and jock straps with the Icelandic flag on them that would be disrespectful, it is also illegal to sell or advertise items of foreign origin if the image of an Icelandic flag has been put on them that would be unpatriotic. English is taught as a second language in Iceland and almost every Icelander speaks the language fluently. And more so, most Icelanders speak several other languages including Danish, German, Spanish and French and welcome the opportunity to practice their language skills. Hope to see you soon in Reykjavik. The total poverty rate ratio in Iceland is 0.065. Many of the other Nordic countries, such as Norway and Finland, also post very impressive poverty rates. Iceland's unemployment rate, another key economic indicator, is also very low. In 1924, the city of Reykjavik banned keeping dogs as pets. The city's residents and all cat people. Rather, the measure was meant to prevent echinococosis, a type of tapeworm that can be passed from dogs to humans. Even today alcohol sales in Iceland are highly regulated and government-run liquor stores, Vínbúðin, are the only places to buy alcohol in Iceland. The somewhat shaky logic behind the beer ban was that access to beer would tempt young people and workers into heavy drinking. The winters in Iceland usually have temperatures hovering around 0 degrees C, 32 degrees Fahrenheit, which is really nothing compared to the temperatures in other northern countries. Still, the country is one of the absolute best places to see the northern lights in the world. Iceland. Numbia reports that the cost of living in Iceland is about 40.21% higher than that of the United States, rent not included. In addition, rent in Iceland is 15.57% higher than that in the United States. The climate in Iceland is, well you guessed it, cold. Due to Iceland's location, Iceland is near the northern polar cap, which gusts cold front winds straight over to Iceland. In the summer, the hottest the temperature will get is 55 degrees Fahrenheit. In winter, the coldest the temperature will get is 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Rainfall per year, in inches is 2.7, and the yearly temperature average is around 39.8 degrees Fahrenheit. What makes Iceland so chilly is the subpolar oceanic climate. Iceland's major landforms include volcanoes, glaciers, waterfalls, geysers, sea cliffs, and more. Iceland's major landmarks also include Blue Lagoon, shopping, whale watching, clubs, Perlan, museums, Church of Hallgrímur, and Viðey Island. Some major bodies of water include Elliðavatn, Glymerfus, Klífavatn, Norðoisvik, and Djúnin. We all know that Reykjavik, Iceland is one of the most oldest, prehistoric countries to surface in our world after all. The country is basically a volcano. Founded and established in AD 870 by Ingólfur Arnason, the city of Reykjavik was founded in 1786, originally as a trading town. Reykjavik, Web. Iceland also offers a variety of famous people, some of which are Björk, Baltasar Kormákur, Gunnar Kilmer, and Sn Gunnarsson. Most popular, Web. Some major events in that have happened over 3 centuries are the Icelandic Constitution 1874, the Great Cold Winter, 1918, the British Army invading during World War II, 1940, and the Republic of Iceland being created, 1944. 20 facts about Iceland, Web. The people of Iceland have developed a unique style called Nordic Street. Mainly, this style of clothing is very earthy and heartfelt. Men wear peacoats and brown leather skin boots, and women wear floral print dresses, sleek Vandastan sweaters, kind of like tribal pattern, and flats. Nordic Street, Web. What makes Iceland an amazing destination to go to for parties and raves, is the music selection. Some of the selection of the genres are RCUM, electronic, house, EDM, downtempo, of clothing is very earthy, and heartfelt, tribal house, etc. Reykjavik, Iceland, a holy matrimony of beautiful sights. Iceland is said to be one of the oldest, most valuable countries in our world today. Despite its tiny size and small population, Reykjavik, Iceland holds many old prehistoric, as well as many beautiful landmarks landforms. The country of Iceland is located in the northern hemisphere of Europe, closest to Greenland and Canada. Iceland is the best place to visit because of the culture, sites, prehistoric history, and the food. Due to Reykjavik being a country that's not entirely too close to America, we have to discuss trip costs. From Phoenix, Arizona, to Reykjavik, Iceland, the cost for a round-trip plane courtesy of Icelander would be around $1,986.62. To some, that hefty price for a plane ticket might not be that expensive, but to me, that surely is a handful of money. Icelandica, web. Obviously, while you are in Reykjavik, you have to book a spot at a pleasant hotel. At Reykjavik Lights, they offer a pleasant experience with fine dining, a pool, as well as a daytime spa. For a 1-week trip and stay, it will set you back about $776.51. Hotels.com, web. Of course, while you are here, the major way of transportation is by vehicle. Renting a vehicle for 1 week in Reykjavik will cost approximately $450. Lastly, the major key item you will need for your travel abroad the seas is a passport. American passports used for over-the-sea voyages will cost you about $195. The grand total for your Icelandic adventure will be around $3,500, not including gas, food, and fun things to do. Asa car rental, web. Iraq, officially the Republic of Iraq, is a country in Western Asia. It is bordered by Turkey to the north, Iran to the east, the Persian Gulf and Kuwait to the southeast, Saudi Arabia to the south, Jordan to the southwest and Syria to the west. The capital and largest city is Baghdad. The disbanding of the Iraqi army and debathification or dismantling of the government in place only served to increase the casualties of American troops and Iraqi civilians as the radical Sunni insurgency expanded. This point of cause and effect, clash of two distinct political and cultural worlds, defined this war for the generation serving at home and the future generations. The threat of increasing terrorism after the attack of the 11th of September, 2001 was one of the driving force of invasion of Iraq. With the end of World War II, IPC and its affiliates undertook repair and development of facilities in Iraq as rapidly as financing and materials became available. Exploration and drilling were pressed, particularly in the Basra and the Mosul areas, to meet concession terms. Although considered a priority, the elimination of transport constraints was set back when a larger second, nearly completed pipeline to Haifa was abandoned in 1948 as a result of the First Arab-Israeli War. Use of the existing Haifa line was also discontinued. In 1951, however, commercial exports by the BPC of good quality crude began via a new pipeline to Al-Faw, on the Persian Gulf. Exports were boosted further with the completion in 1952 of a 30-inch pipeline linking the Kirkuk fields to the Syrian port of Beinais, which had a throughput capacity of 13 million tons per year. In that year, production from Basra and Mosul approached 2.5 million tons while the Kirkuk fields increased production to more than 15 million tons. In the space of a year, 1951 to 1952, total Iraqi oil production had doubled to almost 20 million tons. Iraqi officials still harbored ambitions, dating back to the 1920 San Remo Conference, to take control of their nation's oil resources. The elimination of transportation bottlenecks and the subsequent rapid growth of exports encouraged Iraqi assertiveness. IPC's costly, irretrievable investments in Iraq's oil infrastructure gave the government even greater leverage. One particularly sore point among the Iraqis concerned IPC's contractual obligation to meet Iraq's domestic requirements for gasoline and other petroleum products. An IPC subsidiary operated a small refinery and distributor and to be responsible for oil refining, gas processing, and internal marketing of gas products through several subsidiary organizations. INOC would be responsible for the production, transport, and sale of crude oil and gas. Some of its operations were contracted out to foreign service companies. The state organization for Northern Oil Sono, subordinate to INOC, replaced ICU as the operating company in the northern fields. In subsequent reorganizations, Sono was renamed the Northern Petroleum Organization, NPO, and a Central Petroleum Organization, CPO, as well as a Southern Petroleum Organization, SPO, were also established.